Hey, so the other day, What the Buck posted a video with 15 questions, pretty much answering questions about yourself. It helps you get to know people on YouTube. And also, today, my friend Jared posted his answers to the question and tagged anyone that watched the video. So I'm going to make my version of it and answer the questions. I'm going to try not to make it a 15-minute long video because I can easily do that if I ramble too much. I'm also not going to read the questions before I answer them. I might try to put the question in my answer, which should cut down on some time. What I think I can do but can't is cooking. I always think that I can cook, but then when I try to, it's always a disaster. Anything that can go wrong in the kitchen will go wrong with me. I will spill things. If I make something with eggs, I will spill the eggs, and that sounds terrifying. Sophie, what are you doing? I always think that I can cook. I watch Food Network all the time, and it's a loss. I wish I had the talent to cook, but I can't. On one hand, I don't think there's a lot of words that I find difficult to pronounce on their own. On the other hand, I trip over my tongue all the time. If you saw the outtakes for these videos, you would see that I was just like, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a cop-out to say specific is hard for me to say, because I think that's difficult for anyone to say. But that's still my answer, because I can't think of anything else. Number 3. My favorite show from my childhood is definitely Boy Meets World. I started watching it when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old, and it was when the show first started. And the kids were about the same age as me on the show. So I kind of grew up with them. Except that they cheated and skipped 2 or 3 years in their elementary school. And so I got left behind. And then by the time it was like the year 2000 when the show ended, and they were in college and married, and I was still like in high school. So, but it still was something that I grew up with. It's a quirky, hilarious show. The characters are awesome. I still adore it to this day. Question number 4. What are your virtues and vices? Kind of hard to answer on your own. I mean, I think that my virtues are that I really try to be honest with people, and I try to be compassionate and empathetic toward people. I like to be able to listen and be a good friend. And yeah, I think those are my virtues. Vices, I definitely procrastinate. I can be kind of anxious, and so sometimes I don't go out and do things that I need to do or should be doing. It takes a lot sometimes for me to get out there. And bye, Sophie. Hang on. Cats are so fickle. Anyway, so vices. Yeah, can be kind of lazy and procrastinate, and yeah. Okay, with this question about what's more important, love, fame, power, or money, it's basically asking, are you a selfish, shallow jerk, or are you not a selfish, shallow jerk? And I am not a selfish, shallow jerk, so obviously love is the most important, money is important too, blah, 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 duh. On question 6, Jared brings up an interesting point, in that it would be interesting to find out what happens in the future. So, if I was just going to visit, I don't know. Pass. If I had to redo my entire wardrobe with 2 stores, they would be Anthropologie and Blackcloth. Done. Now here's the cool thing about the internet. This question asked what I was doing a year ago today. I actually have a live journal that have posts from a year ago. I don't have one from the exact date, but I have one from March 15th. Let's find out. I have not read this yet. Let's see. Okay, I was writing a story, got an email from my old college, and I was reading a recipe book. That tells me nothing. I don't know what I was doing. I do not have reoccurring dreams per se. I have reoccurring dream locations sometimes, and sometimes what's really weird is sometimes I'm having a dream and I'll have deja vu about being in a place in a dream, like a made-up place. Like I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this dream where I was here before, in my dream. I don't know. Weird. Number 10, what's my horoscope? I don't really care, but I'm gonna find out anyway because, you know, just for kicks. I'm a Leo. Okay. Pessimism over money matters may plague you today. Gee, does that sound like me ever? I always have money problems, but then again, most people do, so that kind of covers everybody. Number 11. What does my dream bedroom look like? can't say I spend a lot of time thinking about that. Large, comfortable bed. Meh. Number 12. What position do you sleep in? This one. And now you can imagine me when I'm sleeping. Creeper. My favorite vampire of all time is actually Constantine from the Robin McKinley book Sunshine. He's not a sparkly vampire at all, and while the book is a vampire romance, it's a million times better than Twilight, which isn't hard, but it is. No, not at all. Well, I'm gonna write something down. Trying as much as I can. Well, without like being obsessive about it. It's not very girly. I think it looks kind of like a nerdy guy's handwriting, but you know. So those are my answers. If you're watching this video, consider yourself tagged, and I'm looking forward to seeing your answers. Bye.